Welcome to Bulldog News Now. I'm Sean Travis Holden, and here's what you need to know. February is American Heart Month. It's all about healthy eating and living. BNN's Brianna Holmes takes us to one of the events aimed at keeping students healthy.
February is American Heart Month, a time dedicated to raising awareness on heart disease and how it's the leading cause of death in the United States. Today at Mount State University, where the Environmental Action Club is educating students on how everyday nutrition and lifestyle choices can support a long-term health. I'm Brianna Holmes, and this is Bulldog News Now. The Environmental Action Club hosted its Eat Well, Live Well event in Leroy Davis Senior Hall, bringing students together to learn about the importance of heart health and overall wellness. The program focused on educating attendees about how everyday lifestyle choices can significantly impact long-term health.
Pink heart or the red heart, whatever, the colored heart.
One of the featured activities encouraged participants to reflect on their appreciation for heart health. Attendees were given 2 paper hearts. On a red heart, they wrote what they were thankful for if you had a heart. And on the white heart, they wrote things that you couldn't do if you didn't have one. Volunteers later shared their responses, highlighting both gratitude and the realities of living without proper heart function. In addition to the interactive exercise, organizers stressed the importance of nutrition to maintaining cardiovascular health. Speakers discussed how incorporating healthier foods and snacks into daily routines can help reduce the risk of heart-related illnesses and improve overall well-being. Following the event, Environmental Action Club President Peyton Pilot emphasizes the importance of raising awareness among students about preventive health practices.
You have a lot of young people in our generation who don't take care of their bodies.
Vice President Rachel White also shared a message for those who are unfamiliar with heart health, encouraging education and small lifestyle changes as practical steps towards better health.
For those who don't know, please take it seriously and try to incorporate it in your daily lifestyle. Because from your childhood experiences to college stress to job, a lot of that plays a part into your heart health, and it's important to try to incorporate small healthy habits day by day.
The Eat Well, Live Well event aimed to provide students with both knowledge and practical tools, reinforcing the message that caring for one's heart begins with informed, intentional choices.
Heart diseases is very common in my family, and without a healthy heart, you're not able to, do anything that you really want to do in life. And I feel like we should start getting our bodies prepared now when we're young versus when we're in our 50s.
And then started doing those things.
Ultimately, Eat Well, Live Well was more than just an event. It was a call to action. By combining reflection, education, and practical tools, the Environmental Action Club reminded students that protecting their heart health starts with small, intentional choices made every day. I'm Brianna Holmes for Bulldog News Now.
During what's marked as the longest ever State of the Union address, President Donald Trump used his time to convince the nation that the State of the Union is good. Most presidents use his annual appearance before a joint Congress to showcase their accomplishments and push Americans to believe in their vision for the future. Trump used nearly 2 hours to do just that. While spotlighting special guests, including the U.S. Olympic men's hockey team, Trump talked about his wins on immigration and the economy. The night wasn't without controversy. Majority of the Republican leaders clapped at nearly everything that the President Donald Trump said. Democrats had a different tactic. Some didn't show up at all, and others watched and dissed as Trump tried to make a case on why the State of the Union was the best ever.
The nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Afterwards, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger gave a response to the president's address. She questioned Americans if they are really in a better place with the current administration at the wheel.
So let's speak plainly and honestly. And let me ask you, the American people watching at home, 3 questions. Is the president working to make life more affordable for you and your family? Is the president working to keep Americans safe both at home and abroad? Is the president working for you.
The State of the Union gives the president one of the largest audiences before the midterm elections happening in November. BNN's Dallas Barnes wanted to know what students thought of the speech. Here's his report.
Congressman Al Green from Texas is back in the news this week after Wednesday night's State of the Union address. During the more than hour-and-a-half-long speech, the congressman stood up and called out the president regarding a post he made weeks ago depicting former President Obama and his wife, Michelle, as apes. Congressman Green had this to say after his ejection from the chamber.
I don't speak for everybody, but I speak for people of goodwill who understand that if you tolerate this kind of behavior, you perpetuate it.
The country was watching Wednesday night, as were SC State students. Here's what State has to say about Congressman Green's actions on the House floor.
Because he did it in the Capitol building, everybody else in there might not agree with him because they think that he's not advocating in the right way. I think he's doing it because personally, advocating for communities, it means everything.
We just got to stand with each other. We got to stand strong for each other, you know?
Black people are not apes because they're trying to make it seem like we animals, but we really aren't animals. We just human beings.
Now, as we said before, Congressman Green did end up being ejected from the House floor last night, but his courageous act will not be forgotten anytime soon. Reporting for BNN, I'm Dallas Barnes.
One of the ways SC State is trying to retain college students is through the Brothers Keepers program. BNN's Carzell Bernal has more.
What's up, y'all? All right, so today I'm in Moscow at my Brothers Keepers event. Today we just gonna check it out, see what they got going on. So let's get to it.
Good afternoon. You are here with today Isaiah Walker-Warren. I'm a political science pre-law major with a minor in accounting, and I am part of my Brothers Keeper.
Okay. So what's going on at the event today?
What we have today as an event today, we just gathering together, just making sure that everyone's going, safe, and everyone just coming together and doing a checkup, and also see about whatever other new guys might want to come in and be part of my Brother's Keeper. It's more than just a fraternity. It's more than just a one-on-one black man. It's all about really sharpening other iron brothers, really sharpening other brothers to be. Iron can't sharpen iron by itself. Iron can only sharpen iron by another iron. So that's what we all here today about, just coming together, collective brother group from campus. Don't matter freshman, junior, sophomore, senior. It don't matter. It's more so about just helping each other and just giving each other advice and talking to our mentors as well. And just seeing about what advice can they give us and what advice can we give them.
How important is brotherhood, would you say, in the black community?
Brotherhood in the black community, I want to say in today's society, it's not looked at as very much important. We have brotherhood in different ways, in different meanings, as far as gang affiliations, or more so about just anything that's running with street society as well. But a brotherhood, far as collegiate, professional, and also more so scholastic as well, is something we're aiming for, something that we're actually trying to implement onto one another, especially as a young black man. God one another, because age is not just a thing. Age is also based off experience. There's young guys in here who are teaching me things about settling down and being just, more calmer, more settled, more mature. And there's things I'm teaching them as far as being outgoing, outspoken, and just more so being confident, believing in themselves.
All right, y'all, I just left the event. It was a good event. They was talking about a lot of stuff to help us as black men, avenues, and other resources to just talk about. Shout out to One-on-One Black Men, shout out to Isaiah, and all the great conversations that were had. I'm Carzell Bernal, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Now to an update on the deadly shooting incident at SC State. Changes are still being made to respond to the safety of the campus. One, the university wants to enclose the Houdini suites to limit the amount of access residents and visitors will have to the halls. This means everyone will come through a centralized location. Two, President Alexander Kynes has appointed Colonel Levain Williams as Senior Executive Director of Public Safety. Also, the university will search for a new police chief. Chief of Public Safety Dr. Richard Johnson says the university is strengthening campus safety with tighter security, greater accountability, and increased police presence. The state safety plan is focused on protection and prevention.
Safety changes are underway at South Carolina State University after concerns about campus security. I spoke with the campus police chief about what's being done to protect the students.
Ensuring that they check visitors coming on, checking IDs and asking questions and being more engaging. So that's going to slow up your process of getting on campus where you need to go. And I realize sometimes people may be in a hurry, but it's for everyone's safety. If a guest comes on campus and has a firearm and the student is aware of that guest has a firearm, or rather the student is not aware of that guest having a firearm, there can be some ramification that can cause that student to be removed from housing or potentially from school. Have more than one gate, so if the students can come in off the Buckley and Gulf Street gate and visitors coming in off of gate 5. And visitors now have to be escorted to a certain point to get to wherever they're needing to go at.
But the chief of police says policies alone aren't enough. Real safety improvements require funding, from hiring additional officers to upgrading surveillance cameras and maintaining secure entry points. Each layer of protection comes at a cost. Without consistent financial support from state legislation, departments can struggle to expand patrols, invest in technology, or fully staffed shifts.
It doesn't matter how much equipment you have or what type of gates you have. If you don't have good quality people, you have nothing. Have gotten legislation to realize how much public safety needs funding to do a much better job of providing safety and security measures on this campus. Approach is officers' visibility, officers present. And so with additional funding that can bring about new officers, additional officers that I so badly needed, that would give us an opportunity to put more officers on the street that are more visible.
New gates, stricter visitation hours, increased patrols. University leaders say those steps are just the beginning, because real campus safety doesn't stop at policy. It requires visibility, accountability, and the funding to back it up. And until those pieces work together, officials say the work to protect students is never done.
On Sunday, a major event is happening in SC State history. The university is turning 130 years old. The annual Founders Day ceremony is Sunday at 4 p.m. in the Smith-Hayman Middleton Memorial Center. Various class reunions will be celebrated and awards given to faculty and staff. This year's guest speaker is Terrence Miller Bryan. He's a retired U.S. Army Service Corps officer. It was a packed house at this year's night in Harlem. Students from across the campus, along with members of Sigma Tau Delta, participated in an evening filled with poetry and music of the Harlem Renaissance period. Dinner and door prizes were available for those who attended. The Department of English and Communication sponsored the event.
Good afternoon. I'm Dominic Reeves, and welcome back, Bulldogs, to your weekly weather report. For the next 7 days, your forecast looks to be up and down. Friday is a high of 60 and a low of 49 with a 62% chance of rain, so don't forget your jackets. Saturday, there's a high of 67 and low of 42. Sunday, there's a high of 76 and low of 47. The start of the week on Monday, it will be a high of 61 and a low of 38. Tuesday, there's a high of 57 and low of 43. And my favorite day, hump day, it's a high of 69 and low of 49. And to cap off the 7-day forecast, lastly is Thursday with a high of 71 and low of 53. That's all for your weekly weather forecast. I'm Dominic Reeves with BNN, signing off.
Now to what's trending. It won't be long before you have a chance to take a flight in an Uber taxi. The ride-sharing company has teamed up with Joby Aviation to provide customers with an all-electric air taxi through the Uber app. Right now, the company plans to start a new service in Dubai this year, before moving to larger U.S. cities like Los Angeles. I'm Sean Travis Holden, and that's what you need to know. Enjoy the rest of your day.